Welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium. Last episode, we figured out who was selling the drugs. Persuade him to give you some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Ugh, time to be a schmuck. Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Well, think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man. Oh, God. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
Let's say 5 real.
What? Only a fiver? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my friend.
Let's say 10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Corruption.
Sir, they
Ah, I see. A pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says Sub-Insulindic Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
Try them on.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
Looking for something?
Make him tell you what he knows.
Men like this only respect two things. Strength and fear.
Show me her lorry. Right fucking now. The lady's lorry driver. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you.
Okay, waif, have mercy.
With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar.
30%, not
A jolt
bad.
of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
Smash it.
The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Sato.
There appears to be an 8th Hardy Boy, and she is somewhere in Revachol. We just need to find her. So, for today's episode, what are we gonna do? It's lunchtime. We're gonna confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade. A person present at the lynching is also involved with the drug trade through the harbor, which links them to the Hardy Boys. See what Titus has to say about it. Prove your authority. Find Morel. Okay. We have a couple options. We're gonna go see the Hardy Boys first, and then we're going to talk to the head measurer, and then we're gonna go see Cindy. Because I have a feeling she's, the pig that we're looking for our gun. Hey officer, got a minute?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who'd tell on her. But is she in trouble?
There's gonna be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
Oh, I am so irresponsible. I really don't know.
Damn. I always warned her to watch herself. Man, nothing to do now, I guess.
There's a lot you can do, Tommy.
Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyways?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
You're damn right.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahome.
Why Tommy Lahome?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Okay, Jerry. Do I have another question?
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Nope. No, I don't. Alright, Hardy Boys. Let's maybe save before we talk to him.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Do I want to talk about the hanging again?
Again.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Ooh, breakthrough. Ace is low. Give me a second.
Ace is low. For the rest of the world, the ace is low is just some cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades. And those cargo pants look like they could fit tools for hot-fixing your burning aerostatic. You should ask him about this.
Oh, cargo pants. Oh God. Yeah, right now I'm brimming with, energy. Just energy.
Yes?
Kim, you're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? This? It's just seasonal clothing.
And those look like airman pants. Good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head. My mind palace. Where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
It's no mere brain.
No, normal people don't have this. It's like a mind laboratory. A spiritual R&D division. No, a palette. No, better yet, a painter's atelier of concepts.
Okay, art cup.
Oh, okay indeed. And in this atelier, I have realized that you harbor some kind of sentiment towards the Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not harbor a sentiment for revolutionary air brigades in particular.
Just air brigades then?
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the revolutionary has got nothing to do with this?
Absolutely nothing.
The revolutionary must have added a little luster to it for a 10-year-old Kitsuragi. He will never admit it, though.
Absolutely nothing?
I've noticed. And okay, the revolution employed a more forward-looking H-rotor design. Their blades were foldable and their pilots were better trained and motivated. I see this from a purely tactical standpoint, of course.
Oh, we are nerds out here. Aviary nerds. Thank you. My mind is satisfied.
Good. Good.
Okay. Quick save again. And the Titus.
Looks like The circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Oh, I could go for a beer right now, Titus. Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grace?
Oh, I will deliver the coup.
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
No. Do the honor. You've earned it. Actually, no, that sounds kind of like an asshole thing to say. You're right. There is no local drug trade. Except you.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it.
Thank you. Theoretically, of course. Thank you. Theoretically.
Oh, he takes a sip of his beer and smiles.
Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics? You're doing great. I hardly have to interfere at all.
I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. Now, was there anything else? I was sorta gonna get my brewski on.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
The 8th Hardy, Titus. The one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Oh, well, we've discussed the 8th Hardy, and we've confronted them about the drug trade, and yet our authority is still at 3%. Let's leave and take off some clothes, shall we? Authority. Oh. Authority. You know what? 3% is not worth my time. We shall save here, and we're gonna go talk to Head Measurer. Actually, yes, the Head Measurer. Here we go. Actually, can we confront Kuno? No. We're gonna go talk to Head measure. Yeah, head measure first. Oh, what's this? A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lockpicking or door kicking this one. A notice in case of a strike. Press button behind guard. Nope, too far away. Looking monolithic. Let's save. Not soft and weak like other men.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Oh, it's all Darwinism, isn't it? In it. Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
What do you mean? My body betrays my degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Smell my breath. Kim, is it really so bad? I don't have a problem with our ghoul. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the ghoul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Am Sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Shall we provoke him? The race stuff. Oh, God, I want to provoke him. Well, if we want to lean into his ethnic background, I think we should just talk about our job. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Race theory?
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Huh.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
How do I do this? Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. That's a challenge. Push him out of the way. Challenge. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me go into the harbor. Enabling. Situation is serious. Your people have probably killed a man. I need to talk to your boss. Your people. There's no good answer. I'll just challenge him.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, yes. Why? Don't you want to be a Seminese supremacist? So what if you're not Seminese? You can be anything.
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist. Yeah, okay, our conceptualization is pretty good. Boom.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
Whisper, this is for the thing.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which
Oh
one?
god.
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron.
Yeah, I mean, other.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Type A, please.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Mao, of course.
I want to skip this, but I don't want to rob the voice actor of,
where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Okay.
Receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo, the other large Mondial civilization, the mess overproduction of sea.
I'm sorry. I can't be bothered. Who are the Seminese? And
as proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Areopagites are sleek. The latter is perfect. Type B are
The Khoikhos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
mud-colored.
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white, but pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
And the Vacaliers you mentioned.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was this revolution?
The revolution. Enough of Tibet mediocrities. The F are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Yes, better not to go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities.
Okay, now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have.
Okay, God damn.
We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
No more talk. Sign me up for a passport.
I knew we could trust you. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, we are all going to be so much happier.
Okay, thought cabinet. We have one skill point. And we could... Oh no. -1 drama fooled by the absurdity. Kingdom of Consciousness. Conscience. -2 half-light? One moment. Okay, give me a second. Let me just... I don't want to use this up. 2 hours, temporary research bonus, -1 drama fooled by the absurdity. A mass of fantastic races swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement. Kokyos juggling potatoes, eczema-ridden mounds, grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there, the whole race gang, plus some that you may have come up with yourself, the thieving subkips and the sail-like cast of fortunates hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of this race Empyrean, a vertigo reaches up to the heavens. You sense something, drawing nearer, nearer. Or we could try our luck with a physical. Let's see, physical instrument. God. How terrible. So terrible. What is the race enigma? Put the advanced race theory into a free internalizing spot. Pass some time, and when it's internalized, this is how thinking is done. I don't have time for this. Wouldn't it be funny if I try to get past him and then try to think my way through?
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Race pupil. %. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to Joyce, ask for some money, and then I'll come back here. Yes, it's a plan.
The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
I turn my attention to the motor carriage.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
You want to take a closer look?
A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Helium headlights. Okay, enough about the details.
Anything else?
What's it packing in there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12.
V12, Jesus.
Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18 GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
Mama's serving some serious macaroni.
You lost me there.
130 kilowatts is a lot of power, Kim.
The Kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that could overtake it.
Armel Ryu Supersonique, a racing motorbike for the road, could probably do it.
Okay, let's move. Wherefore art thou, Cindy?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
I knew it.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It's not the nicest place. Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never happens. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Nothing.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
So you want to talk about the murder. But maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body.
Ugh, alright. Sad Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Fishing village. To the south.
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there.
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
See you, Cindy. Right. Joyce. Oh shit, no. I gotta save.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Can I ask her for money? Tattoos? Strike?
Of course.
That's
Of
all.
course. How else can
Odd Pines.
There was a touch of She nods.
What would you like to know? Good. Until you come up with something at that intersection.
She simply nods.
Fine. I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
We have discovered enough. Wait, I'm curious about her eyes.
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Tell me again, how are the lynchings and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
And do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
And what then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Boy, oh boy, is that not good.
It's not good, no. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Sedai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
What could you tell me about the Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay. Anything else you got on him?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call it off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
What did these teenagers say by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged. Did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
And his name was?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent. Oranese. Or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Still, we need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay, we'll steer clear for the moment.
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, you're likely to encounter them sooner or later.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Oh, that's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now, can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigate not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Say nothing.
Port cities. On the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Delorian century. As early as 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
And what travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this.
And what is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semnes Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
Maybe it's a record of his military career.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
You wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, that's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, I guess I can't ask them for the locations. So we'll leave. Save real quick. We do have about 10 minutes left. Let's check our character sheet. We've got 2 points, and we need to approach the head measurer, and I don't... I don't want to think about the race theory. I can't be bothered. Fishing. 30% chance? Yeah. Yep. Pray to, who are we praying to? Let's pray to Salt. Salt, give us strength.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Fuck you.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
I'm a violent drunk.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Fuck you. Oh god. Let's try again.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
Can't promise that. I might attack him again.
The lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything. That's right. You should do it again. It's the last thing you'll be expecting.
God. Here we go. Here we go.
The unpromising raised pupil returns.
Volition says, do it again. Ah!
Again.
I have no shame. I have no shame. Wait. When did I last save? Yeah, okay. I have no shame. I don't care. I don't care. I want to beat them up. You know what? Dude.
Unpromising raised pupil returns.
Oh, okay, so the chance decreases every save you try. Yeah. Ah! Oh god. Load game. Quick save. Yeah. The game knows. It knows.
I'd appreciate it if... I'm not even...
The lieutenant... That's right.
Book.
The unpromising raised pupil returns.
Screw you, man.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
I guess instinct. I guess you could call it instinct to reload.
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent.
Okay, we need to make a run for it, Kim.
All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Rip into him with a right hook. Ah!
Oh God, wrong move. Your head is in it.
You know the words. I am...
No. 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 No.
The unpromising pupil returns.
Oh, Kim.
Just like the man, all you hear is
Back
a small
up.
gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears.
Wait.
on the lip.
Wait, what should I do?
Don't wait. You've only got a millisecond. He's coming too. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting the hook.
Ah, shit. Back up and perform a 360 flying spin kick. Oh, jeez. That was so unbelievable.
Lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Disco Inferno!
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Shut
No
up.
one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
Okay. Save. I have no shame. I don't even care. I don't even care. Money. Where is the... How do I get past this guy?
The man is still knocked out.
Okay, let's go. I think this is it. Looking like goddamn John Lennon out here. Okay. Oh, fuck. That was weird, but I don't care. So, yeah. See you in the next episode.